What's up, YouTube? Today we're gonna actually watch some YouTube, cause I'm getting kind of bored just playing. Making no videos about I'm gonna turn off this TV. I'm watching SpongeBob, and I got an idea to watch this video. So I looked it up. So it looked great to me, and as you guys can see, it's like a boy. Like a boy. His name is Fish Boy, so it looks. Let's see here. BTV Talks, a mission full. Oh, dang it. BTV Studios Global International.
This is Minh An, a Vietnamese boy with a rare and terrible skin condition. Minh An lives on a special ward of a Saigon hospital, where his scaly skin has earned him the nickname Ca, Vietnamese for fish.
Trong tương lai thì Minh Anh có thể sẽ ở đây suốt đời. Rất beautiful trời này.
8,000 miles away in England, great granny Brenda Smith loves Minh An like a son.
Ever since I met him when he was 3 years old, Minh An has always been the one.
For 15 years, she's made it her mission to help him.
For 15 years, it's like her mom, because he was left alone, something like that. That looks like her mom, but it's her grandmother. I'm sorry.
When I'm on my own with him, he's just an entirely different person.
They're worlds apart, but year after year, their extraordinary friendship draws Brenda back to Vietnam.
Number one! We're the odd couple. That's what I always call us, the odd couple.
Now Minh An has turned 18, it's decision time for his doctors. While Brenda wants to be sure her friend has a future.
Good boy. The years are going by so fast now. I shan't be around forever. What's going to happen to him then?
On this visit, Brenda's determined to see what she can do to make a lasting difference to Minh An's life.
Wait, he has no.
Be around forever. What's going to happen to him then?
On this visit, Brenda's determined to see what she can do to make a lasting difference to Minh An's life.
Fish Boy.
It's 5 a.m. The inhabitants of one of Asia's fastest growing cities are waking up. On a third-story hospital ward, the orphans of the Peace Village start their day. In a corner is Minh An. Every night he's tied up to prevent him escaping. Minh An was abandoned on a rubbish dump as a tiny baby. He's severely mentally handicapped, and his skin is covered in thick, flaking scales. This ward for handicapped orphans has been Minh An's home for 11 years. Now 18, he's one of the oldest.
And then you have to go to school. That's how I feel. I'm tired and everything. He has to get tired.
And once the ties are off, there's no holding him back.
Phải để mắt theo dõi nó. Nhiều khi nó đi một lèo nó đi xuống thang máy đi xuống. Lúc mà nó
And once the ties are off,
look at his face.
There's no holding him back.
He's getting kind of better. Look.
Phải để mắt theo dõi nó. Nhiều khi nó đi một lèo nó đi xuống thang máy đi xuống. Lúc mà nó đi rồi nó không có dừng về, cho nên là mình phải cẩn thận chú ý nó.
There's just one thing that relaxes Minh An and makes him happy.
Tắm nha, trời ơi.
Water.
Rồi cá quay đầu qua đây nè, cá quay đầu qua đây. Đúng rồi, nhắm mắt lại nha, gội đầu.
Minan's skin can barely sweat or breathe, causing him to dramatically overheat.
Nói chung là tắm xong thì da nó mềm hơn.
2 cold showers a day are his only relief from the Saigon heat.
Có lạnh đâu. Mà có hồng bơi. Đây nó mà. Lên để lạnh cái nãy ngồi được.
Minan arrived at the Peace Village 11 years ago, after growing too old for his childhood orphanage. With no medical history, no one knew what caused his skin condition. It was the other children who came up with the nickname Fish that everyone now uses. He remains a mystery. Only a specially thickened cream stops him scratching himself raw. Minan shares his home with 60 severely mentally and physically handicapped orphans. Each with their own unique problems. The handicapped orphans.
So how can you walk?
Each with their own unique problems. While most are confined to the ward, the lucky few leave to attend school for a few hours. Day in, day out, Minan goes nowhere.
Cho cá vô trong giường nha, còn cá lại nha. Nếu mà cá không nghe lời, rồi đi chơi đi.
Now 18, Minan's tendency for self-inflicted violence stretches the staff. Keeping him out of trouble is a full-time job. To keep him quiet, they sedate him, and he's left with little stimulation. But all that is set to change, with the arrival in a few days of Minan's unlikely fairy godmother. In England, 78-year-old Brenda Smith is arriving for Christmas dinner with her family. This time of year, Great Granny Brenda is in huge demand, from 4 grandchildren and 5 great-grandchildren. But it's actually early December, and Christmas Day is still 3 weeks away. When the real Christmas arrives, Brenda will be with Minan, 8,000 miles away in Vietnam. When she first met Minan, Brenda was volunteering in a Saigon orphanage. It was love at first sight.
When I first met him, I went up to him and picked him up because he was only 3 years old. All he wanted to do was just to sit on my lap. Sometimes I would sit there for a couple of hours and he just didn't want me to move. Just fell in love with him and that, and it's been like that ever since.
Right, cheers, Mum. Cheers to another
safe trip.
Safe
Yeah.
trip.
Thank you. Yes, after my name, yes, I will.
Brenda was at the orphanage because her late husband Baz had introduced her to Vietnam just weeks before he died. Since then, visiting has become a way of keeping his memory alive.
They were soulmates. They had a real laugh together and he was a real character, and I just think nobody could ever match up to him, really.
But in Minan, Brenda has found someone else to care for. This year will be her 15th trip to see him.
I think Mum needs to feel needed. She needs to feel wanted. She needs to have a reason to be somewhere. And I think since she's met Minan, there's the reason to go back.
After 15 hours in the air, Brenda touches down in Vietnam.
And it's still as crowded as ever. As crowded as ever. Wonderful to be back in Saigon. I was so looking forward to seeing my name. Yes, it would be just lovely to see him.
This year, Brenda's on a mission. She's determined to find someone closer to home to help brighten up Min Ann's life.
It would make such a difference to him, give him something to look forward to.
At 78, she's concerned she might not be able to make the trip much longer, but fears for his future without her.
He's just wasting away, just lying there day after day. The thought of not being able to come back to Min Ann, it's just too horrible to think about.
This is my question. Where is this town mostly used by sailors?
British granny Brenda Smith has landed in Vietnam. She's a long way from Essex, but has been coming to Saigon so long, it feels like home.
I definitely come alive when I come here to Vietnam. I mean, I do love England, I know it's a beautiful country, but as soon as I go off that plane, I just get this feeling, oh, I'm home again.
It's Brenda's 15th year visiting Min Ann, and she's concerned. Now he's turned 18, he's the normal age to be moved to an adult facility, making his future uncertain.
When I look around, I see children much younger than Min Ann. I often wonder, you know, will they move him somewhere else? And this is what's worrying me. I don't know where he's going to go when he does.
Let me go back 20 minutes.
Min Ann, and she's concerned. Now he's turned 18, he's the normal age to be moved to an adult facility, making his future uncertain.
When I look around, I see children much younger than Min Ann. I often wonder, you know, will they move him somewhere else? And this is what's worrying me. I don't know where he's going to go when he does get older.
The Peace Village Children's Ward is strictly off limits to outsiders, but over the years, Brenda's won the authorities over.
I definitely feel I'm coming home. Yes, definitely.
Now she wants to try and persuade them to put some long-term care in place.
I feel it's like home because I've been coming for so long, and I know the nurse is well now.
After 9 months apart from her beloved Min Ann, this is the moment she's been waiting for.
Ever since I met him when he was 3 years old, Min Ann has always been the one. I think when I do appear, he's so happy and excited because I must be the person nearest to being, you know, a parent to him. I'm the only one that has ever sort of been allowed to take him out. So just to go outside those gates, it's just wonderful for him. Hello? Hello, are you? God, you got tall, you got bigger. Tall, number one. Yeah.
Brenda and Min Ann communicate without her knowing a word of Vietnamese. Now he's 18, Min Ann's very strong. But Brenda's presence calms him enough that she's allowed to take him off the ward.
I'll take him anywhere, and he's no problem, no trouble at all. Thank you, love.
While he's prepared, Brenda looks in on some of the other orphans. Although she's visited for years, it's always hard to see their suffering.
Not really the right type, really, for all these little children now, because I get so upset when I see some of these little children.
Cracked skin on the soles of his feet makes walking painful. But nothing can hold Min Ann back from a day trip with Brenda.
Thank you.
From now on, Brenda's on her own.
Hey? Yeah. Yeah, lovely. Say lovely. Thank you. Lovely.
I don't know why they put that on his head.
It's
So he
exactly
doesn't hurt
9
himself.
months since anyone last took Minan outside the ward.
He's very excited. Just, we haven't got much time in it.
Now he's a young man. He's not as easy to handle as he used to be.
Right, here we go. It is heavy, you know, when he hangs on to me all the time.
I think I will stop it from here. It's been 13 minutes. I am going to link it on the description down below if you guys want to check it out. It's 45 with 45 minutes with 25 seconds. If you guys want to see this, go in the link in the description. And if you guys like this video, give it thumbs up. And please subscribe. If you're new to the squad, welcome. So yeah, I think I will leave it here. See you in the next video.